Good morning, students. Today, I plan to give a small revision on your exam portions as your exams are nearing. And your exam portions are chapter 5 and 6, which is Introduction to Database, MS Access 2013, and more on MS Access 2013. Two chapters are there for your exam. It's a small recap of what we studied. Okay, so all of you bring your textbook and keep it with you during this revision. It will be easy for you to recollect things. So first, we studied about what is meant by data. Data, it's nothing but information. Okay, data, it's nothing but information, collection of informations or collection of fact. It's called data. It can be in any form. Okay, it can be a file or a PDF or an image, or it can be anything, numeric value, or it can be anything. Whatever information you collect, okay, the raw information you collect, which is called data. Then what is meant by database? Database, it's nothing but it's a collection of interrelated data. Collection of interrelated data. Using this, you can just create a table, you can modify, you can retrieve the data whenever you need. You can do all type of modifications in that data. Then we studied about features of a database. So features of a database means, let me open an Access file. Okay. So let me open the existing one which we created. Okay. So let me take the student's name list table. So let me double click on name list at the left side. See the features in the sense, you can see the first row. What does the first row says? Serial number, name of the student, contact number. So they are called fields. They are called field names. So if you are creating a table, the table should contain the field name. Okay, then we have a records. So the first record, it's number one Akhil and his contact number, it's given. That is a first record. Then what is the second record? Two Bharat and his contact number. Then record three Rehan. So now contact number, it's given. So these are the records. So how many records I have in this day in this table? One, two, three. Three records I have. Okay. So similarly, let me click on another table. So here, how many records I have? You can see numbers. It is, even though it is collapsed, we have a 10 records over here. Total 10 records. Okay. So every table should contain the first row as a field names. Then these are all records. Then what does a record contains? A record contains the values. Okay, it contains alphabets and numeric values. So which is the smallest unit in a database? The smallest unit in a database is value. Value is the smallest unit in the database. Is it clear? Okay. Then if you want to design this table, what do you need? First, you should understand what type of table you are going to create. That is, what is the purpose of your database? What are the fields it should contain? Okay. So that you have to organize what are the fields it should contain, and you have to gather information for the same. Then once after gathering the information, you have to divide it into columns, and you have to make it as a table. And once you set up table, you have to set up primary key. Okay, and then a relationship. So relationship we did not study, but you will study in next year probably. Okay, so we have to set a relationship, and we have to just if you want to make any changes, you can just refine the design. We can change the design, and you can just apply any rule. If you want to filter or apply any criteria, you can just put a criteria and check for the particular fields. Okay, so that is what designing a table. Then database management system. There are so many database management systems are there, like MS Access, MS SQL, Oracle. They are all popular and commercial database management systems. Okay, so they perform many tasks. Okay, so you can see the task in your text, page number 70. So we can define data definition. So we can define the data updation. Updation means after creating a database, you can insert a data, you can do a modification. If you want, delete the data, everything you can do. That is called data updation. Then data retrieval. Retrieval, as I said early in the first class of this Access, you can retrieve the data whatever you need. Okay, so you may have a thousands records in your database. So in that database, if you want to retrieve a particular data, you can just put a query or a filter and you can just retrieve only that particular data. That is called retrieval. Then user administration. So it helps in data security by monitoring different users using a single database system. Okay. Then we studied about advantages and disadvantages of a database management system. All of you study the advantages and disadvantages, which is very important. Okay. Then what are all the database objects? Database objects. So objects, as I said, you can go to create tab and you can see whatever it is here, they are called objects. Table is one of the objects. Using table, you can create a table. Table means which is a intersection of a rows and columns. Okay. Then forms, like an application form, you can make your database as a form and you can make entries and delete entries. Then reports, which gives you a printed form of your database. Then you can see macros and module. So these are the objects. Okay. So what are the objects of a database? Tables, forms, reports, macro and module. These are, and query is also there. Okay. Query. So these are the objects of a database. Clear? Okay. So then we just studied how to open this Microsoft Access, and we studied about how to design a table. Okay. And in the designing a table, if you want to design a table, go to create tab and then tables group and table design. So in the table design, you can see field name and data type. So you have to specify all the field names one by one and their data type, whether it's a numeric data or a short text or a date and time or a currency, what type of data they hold. Every field should be now, say for example, serial number. Serial number means it's a number, numeric value, right? So I can write it as it's a numeric. So the data type I can select it as number and then name. If I say name of student. Okay, name of student, it's a text message, so it is a text, so we can choose short text or a text. Then we can, I'm going to type address. Address means address is not a single line, right? So it consists of multiple lines, letters, numbers, everything comes together. So I can select the data type as a memo. So likewise you have to design a table over here. Clear? Okay. So once after creating a table, you have to save it and don't forget to set the primary key, which is the very important thing in a table. So what is primary key? Primary key is nothing but it's a unique field. The field which are unique, it's called uh, primary key, which can be set it as a primary key. Say for example, serial number. Every student get a serial number or roll number, I can say. Okay, not serial number. Roll number. Roll number of every student, it's unique, right? So we can set a primary key for the roll number. Name of the students, we cannot get a primary key because there are chances 2 or 3 students may have a same name with the same initial, right? So we cannot set a primary key for name of the students. Primary key should be a unique value. That should be a unique value. So learning about primary key, it's also very important. Then how to modify the table. If you, after creating, if you want to modify, what you have to do is select the table, then go to views, then go to design view. Then here you can just modify your table. Got it? So, and then how to add fields, how to delete, everything we have seen from that first chapter. Then in the next chapter, we studied about how to search data, search a particular record, how to search, how to filter, everything. So the first simple thing what you can do is, if you want to search for any information from the mark list, okay, so go to home tab, sort and filter group, then click on filter icon. Okay, then you have to see, you can see one box appears on the column which is selected. Then go to number filter and then equal to or not equal to roll number 10 I want to display. Okay, number filter roll number 10. So see, roll number 10, it's Niveda and marks got out of 20, 19 marks. So it is filtered. And if you want to get back, see, now we have only one record. What happened to the remaining records? So how to get back? You have to click on toggle filter option to get the remaining records back. And if you want to arrange the numbers in ascending or descending order, select the column, go to home tab, sort and filter group, then A to Z or Z to A, whatever you need, you can just click on it. Got it? So you can see numbers are arranged in numeric order, ascending order, smallest to highest. Clear? Okay. Then we studied about how to create queries, then how to create forms and reports. So how to create a query, go to create tab, and there are two ways you can create a query. So in order to create a query, either you can go to query design or query wizard. Okay, if it's a query design, click here. When you click on the query design, you can see show table box, which displays all the tables you have over here. Whichever you have created, you can see. You can select any table as you like. Click on add button, you can see the table appears. Then click on close button. You can select the fields whatever you need. Okay, here in the first one I'm selecting this field. Okay, you can select the fields one by one and everything will appear here. Okay, so mark list. So here roll number, here first one I'm just selecting roll number. Field you have to choose. Okay, whatever field you can, if you want to do not want marks, you can just leave it. Only roll number and name is enough. Then table name automatically appears. This is a mark list table. If you want to sort, you can choose the sort option. If you want to show, you can click on show, otherwise uncheck it. Criteria you can specify based on what criteria you want. You want to sort data. Whoever name starts with the letter is equal to A. Starts with the letter A, or if it is a letter A is their name, it will sort. Otherwise, you will get no records. So in this way, we can do it. Okay. And another method is query wizard. Okay, click on query wizard. Okay, the dialog box appears. See, this is a dialog box appears. So you have to select simple query wizard. Click on OK button. Then you can see the table. You have to click the arrow mark and select the table, and the field available fields will appear here. You can select the fields one by one. Then click on next button, and you can just what title you would like to give. Name of title of the query you can provide here, and select open the query to view information. Click on finish. This much you have to write. Okay, so you can see the query over here. You can see the query over here. Okay, then similarly forms also you can create it in two ways. One, it's using a form command. Another one, it's using form design. Okay, then similarly reports you can create it in two ways. A report, another one, it's report wizard. Okay, so here forms also form and then form wizard. All right, so everything procedure it's going to be the same. The form wizard or a form report, form query will come. So you have to select the table. Okay, select the table for which table you are creating a form or a query or a report, and available fields will apply here. You have to select the fields whatever you need. If you want to select only selected fields also, no problem, leave it. You can just put one field back. Only no, roll number, let the roll number go here. Let me select only name, that's enough. Okay, according to your requirements, you can select the fields. Then click on next button. Then you can see the layout. The form wizard layouts are, you have to keep it in mind, columnar, tabular, data sheet, and justified. Select the layout and then click on next button. Okay, so as I said, there is a problem in my system. Okay, so then click on next button. You can give a wizard name and open to view. Yes, you can see the wizard. Okay, all right, here it is not working. Actually it will work if you do it in your system. Since I have a small problem over here, you are not getting the correct form. Clear? Okay, so this is what we studied in these two chapters. I request all the students to revise both chapters thoroughly. Read it also from your text. It will be helpful for you to score full marks in your exam. All right, students. So all the very best for your exam. Do well. Thank you.